for a while. There goes a little fat goddess compared to all the bitches around here that won't help with these animal problems, kitties and shit. We don't know what's wrong with that cat. She might have internal injuries now. She might have to be put down. She's a tough little kitty. She was a baby kitty who had kitties. So that's evil in itself. See the stuff we protect you from, buddy? And protect the other kitties from?
Well, here we are at the Grayling Hospital for Animals in America, Michigan, in Grayling. Well, we have a feral kitty that some white devils have taken, and they have stomped her and hurt her because their mamas molested their minds, because they were molested children, and they're angry. They're angry little subhumans controlled by sub-spirits who must cause hurt and pain. Yeah. And now devils go forth to find them here in Grayling. Yes, we'll see a terrific news story of them dying freakishly and tragically and horrifically, or of their house burning down, or some other horrible shit, or we'll hear it through the gossip grapevine. Yeah. Oh yes, horrible things will happen to these people. Oh, you don't torture God's animals and get away with it in this mechanism. And then they get to be, when they die, they get to be time looped as that kitty. And then they get to be eternally executed to never exist, to perpetuate those offenses against God's creations in God's mechanism. Yes.
Okay, here we are at Grayling Hospital for Animals. Brought baby mama kitty here. Had her lined up to come here last week to get fixed. People can watch my videos, they won't help, right? But the wrong element watched my videos and are taking advantage of the lack of help, opposition, to sabotage this kitty's health care, me getting her fixed. So, they took her captive, for a whole week, so she didn't come back. She didn't come back to Lisa's house to eat or nothing. So I couldn't snag her and keep her from eating for 12 hours and bring her in for her operation. So we brought her daughter in her stead and got her fixed with E.T., her other little baby. Lisa's got 2 of her babies still. She's going to keep E.T. And she's probably stuck with BB too, the little black girl. Anyway, Lisa couldn't get a raise on her care credit. An increase in credit availability. And she used 300 of it here on the 2 baby kitties. Mama kitty comes back last night. Can't walk hardly. Legs all looking funny. Can't hardly touch one side of her. She's all in pain. And it's now we're here at Grayling Hospital for Animals. My wife had to get me a care credit card. It's got a $500 limit, I believe. Hopefully between what she has left and my care credit, we can get this kitty's treatment, whatever it is. We don't know how bad her injuries are. But it totally dashed my faith and hope in people in this town, man. Because the help we got with the other 3 kitties, the other 3 babies came from outside of this town. And the problem is being caused from within the town. And then here, I think this whole week, somebody finally grew a conscience and took their kitty in and they're taking care of it. And then she shows up exactly a week later, damaged. Just like Slinky Cat, the cat my wife's had for a year now. He was eating off her front porch, and then he showed up. He had survived some kind of attack. Well, this attack doesn't look like an animal did it. There's no bite marks or claw marks or hair pulled. It looks like somebody stomped her with their foot. It's horrible what people do, and that I'm in such close proximity to it. It's like, we're not in the ghetto here, but we're starting to see ghetto values with the increase of chemical dope, alcohol use, video games, rap influence, reality show, Kardashian influence, sports influence, all these subhumans with influence that influence people to be self-serving, self-absorbed little subhumans, to be like them, because they don't want to be outshone by common people, right? So they can't have common people being superior to them, people like me who have no money, They can't have us winning this thing they've got going on, getting animals tortured, getting the children raped, getting women raped, getting people killed, getting Christians killed, They're part of all of it, whether they want to admit it or not. And I don't know, I'm hurt on behalf of God, It's like, it's caused me to lose faith in these people around here. Because how many people are going to see this video and they're going to ignore the plight of this kitty? They're going to act like I deserve to have to take out of my pocket, And these famous people that don't want us to outshine them, they make sure that they influence all their little zombie slave clone fans and following to think like them. So they don't think nothing of it. Hey, it's not normal to have a lot of money and not do good stuff for the suffering, those that are suffering. It's not normal. That's evil. It's not normal to have influence and you don't ever use any of it to try and help anything unfortunate on the planet. Okay? That's not normal. These norms that have been created by these mainstream squatters are not norms. Okay? And then this kind of stuff is happening as a result of it. Zombie slave clones. They turn into active sleeper cells with the slightest triggering. And, they get presented with an opportunity to do good or evil. They could have just as easily took that cat in, fed her, took her up here to the vet and got her fixed. Or, just not did anything to her, just let her go on about her way, about her business. No, they had to do what they did to her, whatever it was. I know she's had a horrifying week because she's not the same cat that left Lisa's house a week ago. And it's like, here I am, I'm caught in the middle of this every time. I don't know how, I don't know why. It's like hurt animals show up at Lisa's house. There's even a picture that one of the neighbors have of a deer showing up at her house, like it was some kind of spiritual sanctuary or something. So that's how I keep getting caught in the middle of it, is Lisa's house tracks the suffering, and the animals, they're seeking safe haven, seeking sanctuary in what's becoming a very cruel environment. It's horrible. And here I'm regarded as like a bleeding heart. Well, I guess we need a whole lot more of me. We need to clone people like me that actually have money, though, so they can do stuff. They actually have influence, so they can do stuff. They can nip this problem, in the bud real quick. I haven't eaten yet. It's like, I don't know, I'm sick. This has made me sicker. I was already sick, and this is just like, it's bombarded my health, my body. I'm writhing in pain at night. I don't have enough meds. I sacrifice, a lot of stuff to try and keep this from happening, to keep this kitty safe. to keep her maintained and cared for. Because I didn't want another Slinky Cat incident where a cat showed back up injured, right? But it's like, for all my efforts, here I am at the hospital for animals again with another injured cat from the neighborhood. I could be being poisoned. It could be what's wrong with me. People have been in Lisa's house again while we're not there. I don't know who's doing it, or how they're doing it, or why. But you know you're in a sad state of affairs when you notice a few items of missing food, like you notice a missing hamburger bun, or you notice 2 missing hash brown patties out of the freezer. Had she looked closer, she probably would have noticed missing lunch meat to go with the missing hamburger bun, right? Because that was the only thing there to go with it at the time. And, you know, I don't do videos about it right away, you know, because they could be, like, targeting and watching to see, you know, if I'm noticing and shit, right? And, there's evidence of this happening, and then I'm sick again. My kidneys are burning up every night, just on fire. My bladder's on fire. I'm fucking wailing in pain, laying, oh, kitty's coming, trying to comfort me and shit, laying up against me, purring, trying to, you know, keep me from having a heart attack, you know. It's like they seem to know. And, today, getting this kitty together to bring her up to the hospital, the animal hospital. My shoes were gone. They weren't any place where I would put them or where Lisa would put them. Somebody had taken them and put them in the garage, on the deck in the garage. Lisa didn't do it. I didn't do it. She just happened to find them because she was running the dog out to the garage and put them in the Jeep so we could get the baby kitty, baby mama together. And it's like, it's scary because if this person is poisoning me, what are they putting it in, right? And is my wife going to end up getting poisoned, you know? She's not on SSI, she doesn't have insurance yet. She was about to get insurance when Obamacare kicked in and screwed everything up for her. In more ways than one, more than just that. But, it's like, it's scary that we have this element in this town. They torture animals, they target you, to gang stalk you, they break in your house, you know? And it's like, they do little things to try and make it obvious that they were there, but still, you know, like, leave a reasonable doubt, right? You know, was there somebody in here? You know, you see? Well, it's starting to get to where you can't have any doubt about it, you know? And there's food missing, and neither one of us ate it. And there was nobody at the house. And there was, the shoes. And then suddenly I'm sick again, you know? Like I've ingested poison, or, you know, got it in my body somehow. Somehow I've been poisoned. And I can't get over it, you know? It's like it'd be weird if I die on Halloween of 2015, right? Because I couldn't recover because of some weird shit that I couldn't figure out. I should have figured this out, and I haven't yet. But it's like I'm ill and bad, man. I'm in bad pain. I don't have enough smoke to actually administer to get rid of the pain. It only worked one time what I got left, and I need to just like take little dabbles of it. Just relieve the pain a little bit, you know. That's what's been happening in my life. Oh, and I had a tooth fall out of my bottom plate, and I glued it back in with nail glue. I mean, it was still tight, you know. I cleaned it off with sandpaper, both surfaces, cleaned it up real good, the hole where it went in the tooth itself. And then I took some nail glue put on it, and when I put it back into the denture, it popped back into place, so it still had some grip from the denture itself, the gum part of it. So the glue has been working so far. I've got an appointment for the 6th of next month. She just called me and told me I could get in sooner, but I have to go when Lisa can take me. To get me in to get me started to get my new dentures. I'm way overdue. And the guy there, for some reason, he put it down that I declined to get dentures when that's what I went there for, was to get my new dentures. You know, it was past 5 years. And I was told by the lady who used to work there, a hot Romanian dentist, that they only last 5 years, the epoxy and stuff, you know, and then the teeth start falling out. Well, she was right. Get to the 6-year mark and I'm losing teeth out of them. And I haven't been wearing these as much as the average person does. There's like whole days I don't put them in if I'm at Lisa's house. You know, because I drink coffee and stuff and I don't want to stain them. So, the Romanian doctor was gone. She's out in Petoskey now. You know, this is the dentist out in Gaylord. And I got to see this old guy who didn't want to give me new dentures, sent me away without them, and then put it in my chart that I declined them. Well, I didn't decline them. Okay? So, now that they're falling apart, well, my wife finds out when she calls there and she talks to the lady there that, hey, it's in his chart that he declined his dentures the last time. And she's like, no, that's the whole reason we made the trip there, was for him to get them. You know, he was told by the guy that he can't have them yet, you see. So it's like, you gotta watch these older dentists, I guess, that they're gonna act like you shouldn't get your money's worth out of your SSI, even though you paid into it, right? And that's probably what it is. He's trying to save the taxpayer dollar, which screws them out of work. I'm going to have to get my teeth done anyway. I just have to go somewhere else. And as it turns out, I'm going back there and I'm getting a different guy, a younger guy that'll probably handle it and get it done.
Truth.
Come on, buddy. Come on. Aslan, stop that. That's embarrassing.
We're here at the Grayling Hospital for Animals in Grayling, Michigan, in the United States of America. Well, we never have to look too far for demon food, right? We've been here about an hour. So far, we're $200 deeper in debt. And we know that devils and angels are getting loosed into the cosmos upon those who hurt this kitty. Yeah, at a rate of 500 quadrillion curses per molecule of their body. Yes, per molecule of everybody who doesn't see this video. Yes, attached to their health, their safety, their bloodlines, their economies, their incomes, their organs of their bodies, their agendas, their selves, their homes, yeah, and their spirits attached to protect the real world from them, so they won't graduate from here. So when they get time looped, not only will they be the kitty that they hurt, but they'll also be time looped as slaves to repay the mechanism at a rate of $900,000 per penny that they costed me and my wife to care for this kitty. And for every second that the kitty writhed in pain, they will be time looped as that kitty writhing in pain 500 quadrillion times. That's a whole lot of time loops to pay before being eternally executed to never exist, to be allowed to perpetuate the offense for which they were punished and eternally executed. See how diabolical God is? He's more diabolical than these animal torturing freaks. Okay, we're here at Grayling Animal Hospital, Hospital for Animals in Grayling, Grayling Hospital for Animals in Grayling, Michigan, in America, where it's never too hard to find devil food in human form. It's been about an hour, and we're finding out from the x-rays that this kitty has a broken pelvic bone. So now we know what to expect to see happen to the family and the mother and the perpetrator of the mother, or the perpetrator and the mother of the perpetrator who did this to this kitty. They're going to wish they had refrained from ever laying a hand on one of God's animals' time. They're done feeding on this motherfucker here, boy. Yeah. It's going to be cartoonish, man. Probably see his house burned down on the news. Probably see him fucking goddamn get in an accident. Fucking goddamn get all kinds of paralyzed and stuck in a wheelchair. Bad shit gonna happen. Mark my words. Might as well write them down as a prediction of the future, because it's what's gonna happen to these fools who did this to this cat. Yeah. No mercy, like the kitty got no mercy. Yeah. Horrible consequences coming. Horrible consequences. Yeah. But you see, I'm like a god compared to these little freaks. These little effeminate freaks. I could be fully dressed in drag with a giant dildo rammed up my ass, sucking on another dildo, and I'd still be more of a man than that whole crew. Everybody who likes this little animal torture and future serial killer. Yeah, you gotta kind of feel sorry for him now, because bad shit gonna happen to him. Like, you let a sub-spirit control you to hurt one of God's creations that do exist. See, in the real world, the real version of this kitty never gets tortured, because the person who did it to her
never exists to do it. But they get time looped as her. Time looped to slaves that pay me back and eternally executed for the offense that soon they won't be able to commit. See how beautiful this is? This mechanism we're in? Yeah. It's crazier to think they're getting away with it. Think about it. People are in denial of this reality, of this simulation mechanism, the fact that we have non-tamperable, non-deletable spirit memory, and that Kitty has non-tamperable, non-deletable spirit memory, and they connect. When all flesh dies, those spirit memories are going to connect. Those who influenced the person who did that to the kitty, going to connect. See? That's why it's a dangerous thing to have influence in this era, because those who follow your influence and do evil shit, you get time looped as their victims too. So does your mama. Yeah. So ain't no rappers, ain't no mainstream, ain't no reality show stars, ain't no sports. None of them people. None of them exist. Yeah. They gotta pay for this influence. They gotta pay for what they've done to God's planet, God's animals, God's people, his children that are being sexualized now. While everybody looks the other way, everybody watches these movies where they're being sexualized in between the scenes and stuff, being molested. Yeah, and they look at these little molested children, you know, and they get desensitized to what a molested child looks like because they're so used to seeing it in their movies all the time. You see? It's like, this is what's happening here. They get to be time looped as those little kids too. So do they mamas. Yeah, they mamas ain't getting away with committing the offense of spawning them to do this evil shit. Nasty bitches.